Okay, let's do it. It's 7 now. Good morning. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I'm going to be doing some channeling for the collective this morning, or afternoon or night, whenever it is, wherever you are. And I'm also going to be giving mini reads as well. So if you've got a question for your higher self, if you want some guidance for your life at the moment, then check out the pinned comment, the comment that's pinned up top of the live chat for how to do that. It's for donations. So there's a PayPal link in that comment, which is my preferred method. But you can use Super Chat or Super Sticker if you want, if that's easier for you. Go for that. And if you've got a question for your higher self, put a capital Q at the start of your comment, just so I can distinguish it from the rest of the comments and I can spot it easier and find it. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Jamie. Morning, Connie. Good afternoon, Jamie. Okay, let's get some cards out for the collective then. Let's get this thing underway. I've been up for ages, so it's like 3 o'clock. I wasn't up until 5:30, but awake. We got called forth the waves. Provocation. You know when we stir things up and it's like we want something to happen, so we stir up some drama? It's that energy. It's not so much calling forth the waves as in calling out to the universe saying, come on, want something to happen now. This is us provoking it to happen, pushing people's buttons, winding people up, that kind of thing. Sounds like fun to me. It's us provoking action or a reaction from somebody to get the energy moving. Morning, Mandy. Well, that's interesting energies I'm getting from that card today. I forgot to put some thingy on. Bracelets. That's the word I'm looking for. What colour shall I wear today? Green. I'm very green today. Let's wear this one. I've worn this one for a while. It's kind of hard to put on, but I'll do it. You provoke people, Maria. We all do, time to time. Sometimes some people need provoking, right? You know when people like are really shy or just really withdrawn, or they won't join in or something. They need provoking people like that. Morning, Arabella. International dateline is tricky. I wonder if my friend. Oh no, he didn't because COVID hit. My friend wanted to do the whole traveling over the dateline thing on islands for New Year's, to do New Year's twice on 2 different islands. Coffee's good this morning. It's getting to the good beans now. So we're provoking people. Okay. Got mostly Dior makeup on today. It wasn't intentional. It's your tower moment. Yeah, sometimes it has to happen, right? And sometimes it's for us. We provoke people, but really it's us that have reached the end of our tether, and it's for us to, blow things up for ourselves. Got connection with people. I met daughter number 2 yesterday. I've actually met her before. I hadn't realised it was his daughter. She's really nice. I'm guessing around 16. It's drip feeding children to me. I've got to put these cats straight. I'm a little bit OCD. Not really OCD. I just like order. I wouldn't say I'm OCD. But sometimes things wind me up. Every now and then I like to put the cards straight because they do get shuffled, especially square cards can be on all angles. So talk amongst yourselves while I'm doing this, straightening the cats out. We've got the connection card out anyway, so it's about people. Our connections with people. Okay, the cats are straight. Meow. Chicken's in the house as well. Chicken, where are you? Connections. There's a little kitten around here, a black kitten, and it's trying to play with Chicken. Chicken hates cats. Hi, she hates all of them. And this kitten's being playful, and she's just like hissing, and she seems like she's playing, but she's not actually playing. She's actually hating on the cat. Drama with cats around here. Now what will we do? I'm feeling a little bit, not out of sorts, a little bit, I don't know, very relaxed and can't be bothered. Like, can't be bothered. Hey, Cherry. Hey, Jennifer. Cherry Jennifer. Hey, Penny. Hey, Nikki. I do like your cow seat, Nikki. It's very cool. I like things like that. Let's get some tarot out then. What are they going to go on about today? What was the energy update today? Oh, a synchronous thing. Setting us off. Well, it's interesting that I get that energy from this card. That's provoking someone. Yeah, you've not been on for a while. Have you been sleeping instead, Nikki? We've got the Maiden of Earth. I like this one. I like her energy. Let's just put you up there. The Maiden of Earth. She's very free. I like that. And that's someone to provoke, isn't it? The people that are all locked in, you know, very, very rigid, those people need provoking. The Maiden of Earth. You know, the people that don't think you can do anything. I'm like, don't do that. You can't do that. It's like, watch me. The Maiden of Earth says, she takes her place among the new blossoms of the field. She brings a sense of lightness and gratitude, a joyful appreciation and celebration of everyday blessings. So she's very light. She's taking things very lightly. She's light and free. This could be how you're provoking people. The people that are really rigid and don't have freedom at all, and they believe all of that stuff. And the Eight of Air. She's very grounded. But she's in the air. Eight of Air. I'm actually feeling a bit sleepy. I was falling back to sleep just as it was time to get back up. Not ideal. It's because I went to bed so early last night. Eight of Air, meditation. Calming our minds, focusing on our connection with the divine. Journeying, visualizing, mental magic. The Eight of Air says not to underestimate the power of our mind. In this situation, the mind is key. First, calm it. Do not let it obsess. Wow, that's easier said than done, isn't it? Do not let it obsess. Second, focus it. Decide the best way to employ its power. Finally, control it. Maintain connection to the divine and keep it on task. Well, you're busy moving into a new flat. Oh, great. Great. Was it that one you sent me the pictures of, Nikki? I like that. Shadow side of this card indicates that the mind has rather gone amok. While thoughts are allowed to run rampant and out of control, they create chaos and havoc. Okay, so we've got us provoking people, especially around freedom or other people's lack of freedom. And then how we use our mind. Being careful not to create havoc with it, especially about obsessing. Yikes, this is a bit complicated today. It's nice to have a base, isn't it, Nikki? Especially if you buy new furniture. You'll have to share a picture of that cow stool. I really like it. In our Facebook group, I mean. Psychic Cafe Club on Facebook. If someone's not in there, any of you guys, come along into our Psychic Cafe Club. Oh, I've not seen her before. I'll get a link for it. I'll give you a link for it because it's right here. It's right there. 3 of Water. This is the one I haven't seen before. She's new to us, I think. Connections. 3 Water. Creation, fertility. The Roman goddess Flora is known for her association with springtime and the flowering of the plants. She protects plants from rotting and helps young girls as they approach womanhood. Everything about her is young and fresh and filled with beauty and promises for the future. So another similar energy to that Maiden of Earth. Within her creation, the fragrant blossoms of spring are many blessings. Within her creation, the fragrant blossoms of spring are many blessings. The colour and scents revive and refresh our spirits after months of winter dreariness. Within the flowers are elements that will eventually become fruits and vegetables to nourish our bodies throughout the year. Of course, there's also the promise, the death. Of course, there's also the promise of death and decay as part of the natural cycle of life. But for now, all is lovely, lush, and delightful. This book has got so many typos in it. Like, some sentences just don't make sense at all. And you've got to switch out words because they haven't proofread this at all. The 3 of Water denotes a happy time of plenty. There's not just enough, but more than enough. Enough to put by for a rainy day. Having something set aside gives a sense of security that makes the present even more enjoyable. Having something set aside. That's reminding me of something. Is that what they were talking about last time, on Monday? It's ringing a bell, that, for some reason. Setting something aside for later. Didn't they talk about that? Didn't I talk about that on Monday? Having something set aside gives a sense of security that makes the present even more enjoyable. Yeah. Shadow side of this card indicates a lack of appreciation for what's available. 1 minute walk to the beach. Nice. It's even closer to the beach than me. Wow, nice. 3 of Water. We could be talking about new people or closer connections. But there's that provocation in there as well. So we'll find out what that's all about. And the 2 of Earth. Oh, who's that? Thank you, Nikki. Fire away your questions whenever you're ready. 2 of Earth. We've seen this one before. Isn't it where the ocean meets the land? I think it's where the ocean meets the land. Where's Earth? Here. Beach, yeah. It's where the earth meets the ocean, where stable land gives way to shifting sand, leading out to water and an alien-like world. Like the places that Hecate rules, the Hecate. The beach is a liminal place, a portal from one world to the other. The space is not always clearly defined either. Tides move in and out, changing the boundaries, creating new temporary environments. Okay. New temporary environments when we're talking about people. And then we're thinking about provoking people and our freedoms. This could be talking about new people coming together and having a slightly different way of seeing the world and how they deal with the world, and that provoking each other into expanding our minds. You know, when you meet someone and they've just they have a rigid thought about something because it's the way it's always been. They've only ever seen evidence of it being that way in the people that are around them. And then to you, it's just like so left field. And so you want to provoke them you want to challenge that belief in them. I feel like this could go two ways because we're talking about the Three of Cups, they're new people. And people could be provoking you into changing your boundaries, or reassessing how you come up with boundaries, things like that. Being flexible. Tidal pools are filled with mysteries and treasures. So yeah, there's something about shifting our boundaries can really, or our limitations can really open us up to new things. There's a sense of entering an exotic world filled with beauty and dangers that we know little about. The Two of Earth is a balance, water and earth. They live here as equals. The earth does not contain the water entirely, and the water does not destroy the earth. In other words, everyone's right, but everyone's got a different perspective. And there's a richness that can come from sharing our ideas with each other, provoking each other. Especially, so I feel this is talking about a relationship or two people or more people coming together and having a different view of the world. And the one person has got certain freedoms because of the belief that they've got, and especially in the mind, right? And another person has got certain freedoms because of the beliefs that they've got. And when they share that or provoke each other, especially, it's a playful kind of an energy. There's a richness that can come from that. So, maybe they're talking about twin flames here, because you know how they were saying ages ago about twin flames doing relationships differently, creating a new way of being in relationships. It could be that. It's a balance of water and earth. They live here as equals. The earth does not contain the water entirely, and the water does not destroy the earth. Our physical experience and our soul can balance and nurture and enhance each other. And in fact, that is what this card calls for, to enhance each other by provoking each other to question our boundaries. The shadow side of this card indicates that body and soul are out of balance or disconnected. Extreme habits or practices are causing detriment to not only itself, but the other as well. Ooh, yeah, so if we stick to our guns, we don't only harm ourselves, but we'll harm the relationships too. We might not be talking about romantic relationships here, but they probably are, because they do tend to go on about them. How interesting. I guess we're going to be challenged and challenging too. Provoking was in the reading for the 8th. Is that right? I don't know. Provoke. Synchronous events start a new life chapter. Oh, tomorrow's, yeah. I've received it, Nikki. Yeah. Thanks for your donations. Let's bring you down here and do these mini reads. If anyone else wants a mini read, check out that pinned comment. Fire away your donations and let's do them. Let's do it. I'll start with Maria. Christmas New Year period for you. You're on the good list. You're on the nice list. You'll get what you want for Christmas. When you forgive yourself, though, this is almost like this energy that I've just been talking about, but provoking yourself. You've been provoking yourself. Yeah, sometimes we do that to ourselves, don't we? We provoke ourselves because we're being mean to ourselves. And so we push ourselves. Is that right, Penny? Can't remember it. Get what I want and forgive self. So yeah, you are going to get what you want, but you've got to be kinder to yourself and forgive yourself. It reminds me of, when someone's got a lot of front. I'm just thinking of this example. You probably all didn't see it. It was on in Australia. It was one of those cooking shows, I don't know. They had a whole heap of young people that they were teaching how to cook. And I just remember this one incident. There was a girl, and she'd had a very hard life, and she was very tough because of it, like tough and bullshit tough. And she got triggered, and she blew up because of it. And she got very aggressive with them. And they handled her really well, calming her down and realizing that she was just like hyper triggered. She just went off. And so they calmed her down, you see, and that's what she wanted, was the love from them, really. And that's what she got in the end, but they had to calm her down first. And I feel like it's that kind of an energy here. You can have what you want, Maria, for Christmas, or over this time, not like Christmas presents. I don't think it's talking about Christmas presents here. But you got to forgive yourself first. You've got to let down that fight. Let down the fight. Because you're fighting yourself. Chicken. She wants to go out. Up until now and go within. So there's something about the past, or it could have to do with Christmas, in fact. Something that triggers you about Christmas. It could be that. But yeah, something in the past up until now and go within. So when we get triggered, it's very, very rarely about whatever's going on. It's just that whatever's going on in the present reminds us of something. And that's what it's talking about here. So you've got inner work to do over Christmas and New Year. Yeah, could be quite triggering for you. But the key is to remember to forgive yourself, and you can kind of go within, look back at the past and try and be conscious of that, of when you're getting triggered, and ask yourself, this isn't about now or about this person that's in front of me even. This is about the past and what went on in the past. Thanks. It's a good thing that it started off with the Get What I Want card. So getting what you want is on the other side of that. Nikki, high self-guidance on finding my new friends and allies. Physical ones, yes. I remember, didn't you read and say something about that? I can't remember. Yeah, I think your last private reading said something about that. Was it about your choice of living things? And having the flat for yourself gives you the freedom of connecting with the right people instead of just being with a house shared people. Okay, so new people, yeah. So you've got brilliant and refocus. So what people would you really like to be around? Like what would be really fun for you? I've got a great group of friends now, and it's so much fun. Really. So think about that. What would be great people to be around? Thanks, Sue. And Arabella. I would say settle in first. And I'm sure this was in your reading already. Passion and going well. Something about meeting people through some kind of an interest. Something you get interested in, you go along to. A class or an event or something like that. A shared passion always helps. And it'll be really easy. It won't be awkward. This isn't an awkward thing at all. Very easily flowing. So yeah, all you need to do is focus on what kind of people would be brilliant to hang out with, would be a lot of fun for you. Just focus on that as an energy, and then just get on with your life, settle in and do what you do. Keep on following the signs, and there'll be something that interests you. You'll do that, and you'll meet some people there. And it'll be very good. Very easy progression into those friendships. Hi, Jessica. Sleepy today. Jamie! I'm told to use my throat chakra to speak my thoughts. I know this provokes others. I need ideas on how to use this energy. It's okay to provoke others. I like doing that too. Yeah, especially when people are fixed. You got friend choose to change. I'm just trying to tap into that energy. This is saying you need to either change friends or change the dynamic within a friendship. It feels like someone who shuts you down or talks over the top of you is what it feels like to me. You might have got used to it so much that you have a workaround for it, and so don't speak up because you know that they're going to shut you down or talk over the top of you. And so you're used to biding your time and then talking. There's something in that friendship that is a pattern. In other words, you seek out situations or people like that to match a pattern that you've got, a dynamic that was set up early on maybe in your life. Yeah, so it's not so much about, I don't know, maybe you always needed to shout in order to get heard because of these patterns. Anyway, you've got a friend, and you can change it. You can change the dynamic in this friendship is what I'm getting. So you've chosen someone that's similar to experiences that you've had before, but there's a different way of dealing with it instead. Choose to change that dynamic. How? Higher self? How? By included. So it's more you're excluded, you're on the outer. Everyone else can converse, but you are on the outer. That's the feeling that has you in this I'm not heard kind of space. So, yeah, I mean, who are you? You deserve to be heard too, to be included, to be part of it, to be as heard as much as everyone else. It's quite deep, this stuff. You've got some deep healing work to do on this. And it's to do with past patterns of, especially around people talking over the top of you. Sue, have you got a question? Hi, Timothy. Marambala. High self-guidance. When your eldest comes home for the month, is it going to go well? Power play, huh? Is it going to go well for Arabella when her eldest comes home? Is it? Yes. Oh, yes. I was expecting the same old, same old. Why is it going to go well? Hi, Christine. Oh. Sometimes it just needs speaking out. Mystery and criticism. Sometimes it just needs speaking out. I wanted to tell you this story because um, it was really good. It was a really good example. You know how when we're empowering ourselves, we need to share our stories about how we empower ourselves and what we actually say in situations to help each other out so that we can call in on that actual thing and say it ourselves. So this was someone on Facebook that wrote this story in the Lucky Bitch Money Bootcamp that I'm in. And her partner is having a baby. And the family had said, of course, that they all want to buy something for the baby or for her, and like, what is it that they want? And so her partner had said that she wanted some kind of baby wrap or something, particular one. And one of her family said that she was going to get that, but then they doubled back on it, saying that they weren't going to get it, that it was too much money or something, and that she would make one that was similar instead for her, and that if they'd realized the price of how much it was, they'd realize that they wouldn't buy it either, something like that. Anyway, her partner was very triggered by it, as you would. Family kind of saying, you're asking for too much kind of thing, you're not going to have that. And so instead, she went to someone else in the family saying, someone else in the family said, we want to buy something for the baby or whatever. And she said, oh, well, we really want this baby wrap thing. And so they bought it. They bought it for them, this baby wrap thing. And then when the original person called and said, let's go and look for some material so I can make this baby wrap thing, she said to her this. She said, don't worry about it, because someone else in the family who respects my partner's wishes and what she wants and know that she can have it, bought it for her. And I thought, when I read that, I thought, that's really good, because sometimes it needs calling out for what it is. A lack of respect and for someone's wishes. Yeah, and she called it as it was. And I'm kind of getting the same here, is that you could nip this behavior in the bud by calling it out exactly as it is. The whole, what did you say? So many comments. Trying to turn youngest against. Yeah, that's power play, right? So you can call it out as the power play that it is. You're not in competition, you're a family, right? You can call it out like that. And so get really clear on what the behavior is that's going on here, and arm yourself with something to say when she does it, to call it out like that, exactly as it is, because it disarms people when you do that. That's how. And it's mystery criticism, and it's not criticism as in you suck. It's a well thought out, the real truth behind it. And it's not the same as just lashing out at somebody. It's not that kind of criticism. It's a kind of a very on point criticism, a very perceptive criticism. And if you do that, if you critique in that way, it'll disarm her. She'll think about it. That's how it's going to go well. And that's good. Yes. Got to face the situation. You've got to call it out for what it is. Don't presume that she knows what it is that she's doing. Call it out for what it is. There's a power play going on. Yes, she's probably doing it for whatever reason. Don't go in like that as a healer going, don't try and undermine it. Just call it out as it is. Let her deal with it. Let her find out what the healing thing is behind it. Because that's a codependent thing to do, right? When we turn into healer and then we try and, are you hurting, or Are you feeling this or whatever? We don't need to do that. You can just call it out. Let someone see it exactly what they're doing so that they can delve into it. Because that's good, isn't it? Letting her, teaching her, giving her the facts so that she can deal with it herself. Because we all need to do that. We all need to be constantly healing and have the tools to do that. And so when you face a situation and you call it out, you give her the opportunity to do that for herself instead of trying to dish it out and teach her. It's a calling out moment rather than a teaching moment. That's what it is. Nikki, high self-guidance on your visit to Mere Pool. What did and didn't happen? This is cryptic. Listen, let it go. Listen and let it go. Feels like disappointment, but you knew anyway. You told anyway. You're going to be disappointed, or you felt that you were going to be disappointed. Well, you were told by your guides. You felt that it was going to be disappointing, and it was. You listened, but you didn't listen. It feels to me like you were told to let it go already, but you persisted. There's this kind of a fight here of, between fate, which is kind of our higher selves and what our higher self knows we want, and then there's our selves, our lower selves, our human selves. And our human selves, we are the manifestors of it. So we do have free will. There's like a battle here between free will and fate. Like, you want to take the power from your higher self. Abolishing kind of thing. And it's not that your higher self doesn't respect your wishes. It absolutely does. It always does. All of our higher selves respect our wishes. But sometimes, we are asking for the little details, and our higher self is looking after the bigger picture. And sometimes the little details that we want, like me trying to manifest a Porsche before I was actually moving to Thailand. So, my higher self knew not to give me that Porsche or any car. It knew not to let me do that because it was going to be a pain in the ass if I'd done that, because it knew what was coming. And I could have persisted with that and really tried to manifest it and take over and become obsessed with it in a way. Or just go along with the flow. It's like, oh, well, it must be, whatever's happening must be right. I was kind of in between the two, flip-flopping from one to the other there. So, yeah. I feel that's what you're doing too, flip-flopping between the wanting yourself to take over and surrender, between the surrender as well. So just keep on flip-flopping, go more with the surrender, it's saying that. So, will things improve at work? Thanks for your donation. Will things improve at work? You'd hope so. Although maybe it's time to leave. No, they won't. It's time to leave. Why not? It is. Go for it and breathe. Space to breathe. No, it's not going to improve. It's not going to improve. So you need to go for what it is that you want instead. But breathe. Calm yourself before you make a move. Sometimes we don't do that. Sometimes we want to make a move at our most emotional state. but it's best to make the move at our calmest state. And usually when we're at a calmest state, we can just keep on putting up with it. And it's only when it gets really bad again that we're like, F this, I want out of here. But that's not the time to go. The time to go is when you're feeling better, is to remind yourself consciously, it's going to get bad again. I need to get out now. Doubt cancels abundance, so have patience, so don't jump now. Okay, so your higher self is holding you back in there. Saying, yeah, first you need to calm yourself down because right now you're doubting abundance. And so I don't know what that was. I saw an image of something. It was like someone stood on a jetty and waiting for the boat to come, but jumping before the boat gets there and ended up in the water. And why did they jump before the boat gets there? Because they weren't quite kind of trusting in it, that the boat was getting there. So you've got to tune into abundance first. Have patience with yourself doing that. It's not time to go yet. And I think what's going to happen is once you tune into abundance and you're positive, feeling more positive about what you want to move to, then you'll get one of these calm periods at work and your higher self will remind you, psst, it's going to get bad again. It's time to go now. And then you will. Hey, Bessa. Jessica. I don't see a donation from you, Jessica. Did you send it in PayPal? Is PayPal not sending emails again? Hang on, I'll just log in. Check. PayPal has this page that it takes you to first, and it's got a guy that's got hair like Sideshow Bob on it. Yes, there it is. It's just not sending me emails. Thanks for your donation. Jessica. I feel like I'm being guided to go back home and see my dad. It's been 13 years. I've been thinking about my daughter lately a lot. Is it? Is it time to go back home? No, not yet. Why is Dad coming up then? It's just getting prepared, just getting prepared. You have the ideas just to getting prepared for it. Soften and open. It's like that carrot. The carrots that I talk about when you think something's about to happen, so you prepare yourself for it, you get your energy there, it doesn't happen, you're like, what the hell? Why did I get all that guidance that it's going to happen? Well, it's to get yourself prepared. So, yeah, it's creating a softening and opening within you to get ready for that. So just keep on down this process of whatever it is that you're going through when you think about seeing them again. It doesn't have to be soon. Rest, clear within. There's things to clear first. So go through the process of imagining it. It is on the cards. It's going to happen. Or maybe it's not going to happen. Maybe you can just go through it. But you still do need to believe that it's about to happen because there's a process for you to go through right now. No, you don't need to go back really soon. You might not even need to go back at all, but you do need to think about it and open up to it for sure, because there's things to clear on the way. But don't be frantic about it. Jessica, your other question has to do with you physically. I've been noticing my throat tightening up a lot. Starting to get physical reactions to your intuition. My throat does that. It's coffee with milk in it. Because it happens in cafe, it doesn't happen. Oh, sometimes it happens the other times, but it's milk, I'm pretty sure. So, Jessica, Your throat tightening up. Okay. Abundance and get what I want. Not allowed it. I'm not allowed it. I'm not allowed it. Why aren't you allowed it? Thanks, Claire Natalie. Abundance and get what I want. Yeah, I'm just hearing I'm not allowed. Why aren't you allowed? Allowed to speak out, or allowed what it is that you know? It's allowed what it is that you want. Why aren't you allowed what you want? What's the story there? Maybe you've got a long-standing story of that. You know, we can have long-standing stories about not being allowed what we want just from simple things that happen when we're kids. Like when you go to the newsagent and you're a kid, on the weekend, I used to get a comic at the weekend, and there was one left on the shelf, and I picked it up. And then this brat of a child started having a tantrum because they wanted the comic that I'd picked up. And my parent told me to give it to the child. I'll never forget that. It was so unfair. It was so unjust for the child that was having the tantrum to get that, even though I got there first. And to me, that was them telling me what I want doesn't matter. I can't have it. And so there could be something like that with you as well, of you're not allowed what it is that you want. There could be many incidents like that. When we're children, we deduce all kinds of stuff from situations like that. Parents probably just wanted an easy time of it. They didn't mean anything by it of whether you deserve it or not. Or maybe they want to be nice, not realizing that they were being not nice to our inner child, to their child. I don't know why it's connected with the throat, but maybe it's about speaking up about what it is that you want. Maybe you stopped asking for what it was that you wanted. Because there's things that you want, things that you'd love to have, and you're not asking for them. It's like maybe you're not even asking the universe for them. That you need to start asking for what it is that you want. It's okay. You're allowed to. You know, one Christmas, me and my ex Jared, when we were together, I think it was our first Christmas together. We decided to have like the Christmas that we never had when we were kids. And we went to the toy shop, and we just went around every single aisle, and we're like, oh, I always wanted that, and we just threw everything that we always wanted that we didn't get when we were a kid. We threw into the trolley and we got it, and we had the best Christmas ever. And it was very healing for our inner children as well to get each other all the toys that we wanted as kids. You might want to do that. Everyone, do that. It's great. So that's what it's about. Your throat tightening up because you're not asking for things. Good for you, Penny. Oh, now I've got your email, Jessica. Claire's came through first, even though it was later. Oh, this is my time. Do it. Oh, it is so much fun now. It doesn't have to be strenuous. You can take it easy. Oh, it's so much fun. You got a question, Claire? Oh, yeah, I see it now. Rock climbing ropes and gear. I'm not going to stand, I'll just wave my arm about instead. Nikki, do you first and then I'll do Claire. General higher self guidance for Nikki. You had a lot of names, Claire. About all your names. Nikki, you're good enough, one step at a time. Take it slowly. I feel like you're going to be leveling up in this new place. Leveling up. As in, what's the word? Upgrading things, upgrading your life, realizing that you deserve more, you're good enough, you can have that. You can have a much better life, and upgrading. I've been doing a lot of upgrading lately. Kind of, I didn't really start with skincare. I was going to keep on sharing it with you all. I go through these phases of focusing on things, certain things, like currently it's makeup, but also I've got silk pillowcases now, which are great because I can have good hair in the morning. Upgrading, and then I don't know, soon I'm on makeup at the moment, and soon I'll shift to something else and upgrade all of that in my life. And I feel like you're going to be doing the same thing as well. And it doesn't have to be stuff. It can be friendships and all kinds of things. It's like this big balancing, And our higher self will get us interested in a certain thing. Like, did you know, Nikki, that reader that you put me onto, she does Muay Thai as well. That was really interesting. Anyway, you're going to be up-leveling like a big balancer, like, yeah, it could be around your health and fitness, but it could also be about other stuff too. If we follow that path of the upgrades, incremental upgrades is what Denise Duffield Thomas calls it. You notice what in your life is like really economy class or second rate or terrible, and you upgrade it and you make yourself feel better. It's not about the stuff itself, but it's about how you feel. And when you allow a lot better things into your life, there's a lot of expansion that happens. You'd be surprised. I'm noticing it with makeup. Like, my friends are asking me about it. I said, I make more money when I wear makeup, and it's not about the makeup. It's not about how I'm appearing in the videos. It's an energetic thing. Care more about yourself with upgrades is what it's about. It's a self-love thing. It's interesting because I just bought a makeup palette, and I was kicking myself because I've got a Sephora email. Right after I ordered it, Sephora sent me an email with a bonus thing, coupon code on it. Right after I'd ordered it. But this makeup palette, it's incredible. I'm really excited to receive it. But the colors in it are cool things like gratitude and abundance and self-love and all of that. It's extremely pretty. And that's what it is. It's all about self-love. So you're going to be up-leveling. But it's got that, it's the focus on, you don't need to do it yourself. You just need to be open to it and notice that when you've got shifting awareness, when your higher self is like, okay, look at this aspect of your life now, or get interested in this. It's all about up-leveling. Yeah, a transformation, and accept what is. So some things you're going to be resistant to when it comes along because you're holding it at a low level in your life. And that's when we've got the biggest resistance, right? So say someone who is in lack, and if their higher self is trying to push them toward abundance, they're going to be resistant to that because a lot of people really like being in that lack state and they don't want abundance. They think there's something wrong with it. And so you might find that too, is that you got resistance at first. Palettes are addicting, right? I know. I've got to stop. I said I was going to stop, but I'm not. It's the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. I can't wait. It looks incredible. Yeah, upgrading. It's really good. Claire, just Claire Creates. There's a guy that has recently come into my awareness, and I'm just wondering what his initial impression of me was. Only baby days at the moment. Okay, let's tune into this guy. Passionate? Yeah, it's an opener. Might be a heart opener for you. Someone who's, is he younger? Who might be, but someone who's maybe more naive or just got less baggage, more of an open heart, and helps you to open your heart up again. Maybe you've got more baggage than them. It's going to open you up, soften and open your heart with passion as well. It's good. Is it the one as in long term? I don't think so, no. But it's definitely a relationship to get in, that's for sure. This is really nice. Travel and intimacy. So sharing a lot of things together, being yourselves. Maybe they'll lead you to be more of yourself as well. And you could be traveling together as well. Yeah, but well worth it. Well worth it. Getting into this relationship. What was his initial impression of you? Very natural, very free. Attracted not just by your looks, but also by your energy. Seeing that this is going to be a different kind of relationship for them and them wanting that. Seeing that things could change with you, change in them with you. So different than their usual type, maybe. There's more to you, and they see that. So yeah, they want to go with it. Absolutely, they want to pursue this. So there's a little bit of an unknown thing, as je ne sais quoi kind of thing. They don't know why they're so attracted to you on an energetic level, but they are, because there's something in that. Your higher selves are pushing you together for sure. So that's the initial impressions. Intrigue, because of the feelings that you've provoked inside of them. And maybe you've got the same thing as well for them. Not really understanding why the strong attraction, but there's something in it. And you're right, there's something in it. And no doubt you do take that feeling to mean maybe they're the one. But the one, what is the one anyway? But the one, like, if we're talking like a long-term relationship, no, I'm not getting that with this. But definitely a relationship to be in. You know, relationship path to relationship path is a path. It's like asking, is this the job that I'm going to be in forever? Well, no, it doesn't need to be. Like, just go for it. Okay, I think I got through everyone there. Let's get back to the tarot. Chat stalled. So what have we got here? We've got the Maiden of Earth, freedom. We're talking about provoking people and being provoked. We're talking about people coming together and provoking each other to change our boundaries, kind of thing, or to reassess the way that we look at life and our limitations. Definitely stuff that's in our mind. People coming together, changing boundaries. Let's get some more out. Yeah, feels it too. Very often reciprocated. If you're actually like having a connection with someone. I know there's some crazies out there that watch tarot readings that aren't actually in a connection with someone at all. Like they have, you know, like watching someone on YouTube and imagining that they're in a connection with them. There are some crazies out there that do that kind of stuff. Fixated on someone, they haven't talked to them at all. But if we're in an actual connection with someone, if there has been contact made, it's very often the feelings are reciprocal. There's Timothy's girlfriend climbing up the rocks. 6 of Wands to the summit. Oh. And the Lovers. Look at this Lovers card. This hasn't come up yet in this deck. They're getting a house together. Oh. Are they? Okay, let's read these out. 6 of Wands. This deck is slightly different than the tarot, which is why I'm reading it. 6 of Wands. Climbing up toward a victory. This woman has focused her will and set her intention and has achieved great heights, quite literally. It's amazing what we can see when we overcome challenges and reach our highest potential. The recognition of others is always nice, but nothing really matches inner satisfaction. Oh, that was in the energy update of be careful of seeking validation from people at the moment, because you're more likely to get people's fears or why they wouldn't do it, or that you can't do it. There's an inner satisfaction in this, getting yourself there. Now, I think I was talking about secrets as well. Keeping things to yourself in the energy update. You might just want to keep things to yourself at the moment, these heights that you're reaching, because other people might not value the same your accomplishments. It's huge. It's like when we share our highs, other people don't get it so much. They don't see the big thing in it, and we feel it. We feel like it's huge because the external appearance of it doesn't seem that big, but we feel the energy shift and it's big. Now, the Lovers getting a house together. Where's the Lovers? The Lovers are 2 people, or sometimes a single person. For this card, is not always about romantic relationships. It's about 2 people who commit to a certain path, who decide to pursue a certain long-term goal. This is not some random or spontaneous decision. Hell no. It'll be 3 years on Valentine's Day. They're in it for the duration and intend to see it to the very end. Consequently, it should be a well-considered decision that includes much soul-searching as well as a good balance between the heart and mind. Making decisions that honor the wisdom of the heart. Reversed, it's doing something for the wrong reasons. I'm not getting that. I'm getting this, wow, long term. Like that's really, really long term then. A really, really long term decision. That's why it's taking ages to come about. It's a lot to consider, especially when you meet children. You test each other's boundaries. Okay, so we are talking about romantic relationships here. Sometimes I don't want it to be about that, and then it just ends up being about that. What's the weather today? 26 degrees. Let's install that now. Software update for my second phone. Okay, you do that. I'll do this. Come along to our Facebook group, everybody. The link for it is there. So we're having to wait for so long at the moment, like so long, because it's a very long-term thing. King of Swords, they need to have clarity first. They need to get their head straight first. I've said in the energy update today that they need to be single and independent first. I see that. They need to be single and independent first. Whether it's they need to get out of a relationship, break ties or something like that. Sort themselves out financially first. They've got to get standing on their own feet first, and they need clarity as well on it. There's a lot of things to consider here. Kings, to me, they're always about the other person. And the queens are about us. That's not a regular tarot thing, it's just me. But they need to get their head straight first. Because there's a decision to be made here, the Two of Swords, but they don't have all of the information yet. It's unclear as to which way is forward, how they can do it. It's unclear. They have to keep on following the path. And I feel like that's what everyone's doing at the moment, is following the path forward, just following that path. Things will be revealed when they are revealed. We don't have to push it or force it. Just follow along. Universe is trying to bring two people together. It's already challenging. You're going to be challenging each other according to these cards as well. And this. Calling forth the waves. Provocation. Eight of Swords. Feeling bound by something, feeling tied down. I'm still getting that this is about the King of Swords here. Feeling tied down, unable to move, unable to walk forward. But what's happening here is the universe is holding them back. They can't see the way forward yet, because what's really behind that is they need to get their head straight first. They need to take a considered approach so that it's an actual conscious choice, so that they can't go back on it or throw it in your face. They've got to fully own it, is what I'm saying there. So the universe is stalling people so that they fully own the decisions that they're making, so you can't jump into it. It's not just about them. We can't jump into these things at the moment. We can't go fast forward, because we need to think all of it out, because this is long term. Like I've been saying that for ages. 30 to 35 years. Could be for the rest of your life, this stuff. Well, I don't know. I intend to live until I'm 100 at least. Maybe 111. Nine of Swords. Oh, I'm getting my glasses today. My glasses arrived today. I'll wear them on Friday for this. Not for the whole show, because I don't need them. It's for long distance. Nine of Swords. So much thought energy here. I want to read the Nine of Swords out. I mean, the Nine of Swords, it's a nightmare. It's stress and anxiety and but it's the nines are all, you're about to get there. You're about to get to the 10. You're about to get to the end of it, the end of the road, the letting it go, the letting go point. The Nine of Swords indicates a state of inner disharmony and habitual worrying. Worrying. Can also reflect anxiety, insomnia, or psychological fear, which deceits of the imagination are hindering your overall health. With deceits of the imagination that are hindering your overall health and perspective. Things may not necessarily be as bad as you think. I think the nightmare's nearly over. Yeah, go for it, Nikki. One more. Oh, it's time for one more. Things may not necessarily be as bad as you think, or perhaps you're being too hard on yourself. Seek counsel and connect with the people you love. If there's an issue that's bothering you, address it head on in order to release attachments you've made. I mean, that came up in a couple of your minis. We need to address things head on from a wise perspective. Maybe call things out. This card may also indicate that it'll be important for you to stop worrying about others and their views or opinions. Yes. Trying to keep the whole island happy. That ain't gonna happen. It's not ever gonna happen. At least our friends are on the same page now. They stopped yelling at him. And they've started like, you too. That's all that really matters. Although the extended community does matter somewhat. Some people don't matter. This card may also indicate that it will be important for you to stop worrying about others and their views or opinions. Know that you deserve to be happy and that a positive outcome is closer than you think. There you go. That's what I was getting. Know that you deserve to be happy. I wasn't getting that bit, but you do. And a positive outcome is closer than you think. The 9, you're almost there with the 9. It's like the last bit of worry before it happens, before you can drop those swords, before the end, the end of the pain. Fear, illusion, despair, isolation, anxiety, depression. Things may be blown out of proportion in a negative way, which limits your view of positivity and love. How can you rise above the stress you're experiencing? Your state of despair is not healthy and may only cause more pain in the long run. Take a deep breath and broaden your perspective of this situation. Yeah. Is it a Scorpio thing? The worry? I know my eldest son is Scorpio and he worries. Stress out. And he won't talk about it. Yeah. Neither will Mr. Handsome either. He will not talk about it. So he wants to deal with it all himself. It's just like my eldest son. Yeah, wants to deal with it all of himself first, and then they blurt it out afterwards once they've got over it. Why didn't you tell me? I could have helped you. I think it is. It must be. 11:1. Let's do it. Let's live tomorrow at 11:1. It may be that very soon all of this will be behind you. It's time to make a positive change. Do not be afraid to ask for help, Scorpios. For help. What the hell, Scorpios? Oh, see now, there's a lovers. The 80s couple. Let's do these. Okay. Well, that was talking about the masculine mostly, but there's an element of us going through the same thing there. Boundaries are being relaxed or provoked to be relaxed. 7 of Swords. Yeah, it's some kind of deceit. It's not like bad deceit. It's, that deceit card can be that someone's not telling you their feelings. It can be holding your truth back, not revealing all of your cards, trying to get away with things, trying to find the easiest path rather than facing up to things, trying to find the shortcut. The easiest shortcut. A friend of mine's coming toward the end of the month. Messaged me the other night. Coming to my little island. From, where is she? Singapore? Hong Kong. She's come here a few times a year, but of course, she was here when COVID first came out with the release of it. But then she had to go back. She hasn't been back since. Oh, the Five of Pentacles being left out. Someone's leaving themselves out of it. I feel like this isn't talking. Leaving themselves out in the cold. Maybe it's that. Yeah, maybe it's that. Just, not sharing things, not. It's hard, isn't it? Because there's this need for them to be single and independent first, to sort things out by themselves, and we want people to do that too. We don't want people to kind of put their stuff on us, getting us to sort it out kind of thing. We want someone that's proactive, that sorts their own stuff out, right? But then there's the other extreme of this, of not telling you a thing about it, leaving themselves out completely in the cold. There's that over independent thing where you believe that you're an island, and that's not good either. So there's a bit of boundaries being tested here, of where the boundaries should be and where they need to be relaxed and need to be more open up, need to be opened up more going on at the moment. So another reading of why we're waiting. Jessica, you got another question? I'm going to pull these out first before I do those minis. Let's get some love cards out. I wonder when my new love cards are going to show up. A $300 deck. That's what I'm going to call it, $300 deck. Because it is. It's probably going to be more like $400 when it shows up, because I bet they sting me for ransom. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. See, there's that boundaries. There's that. Be close, but not too close. Give each other space, but come together. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. I like that. That's a nice message to go along with these cards. We've got to give them space for that. Passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Okay. Everyone's quiet. I'm quite excited about getting my glasses. I'm quite excited about seeing clearly again. Full moon in Aquarius, be real. Be real. Be whatever you are in the moment. Oh, there's one hiding. And this has got that provocation energy as well. That Aquarian energy. That I am who I am. I'm going to be weird as I want to be. In fact, if I'm triggering you by being weird, I'm going to be even weirder. It's that kind of an energy, being real. Full moon, like to a big degree, in your face kind of real. That's fun. Full moon in Virgo, take inspired action. We can go with the flow. The universe is trying to get us together. Like, we can trust in that flow is happening. Be humble. Why? Be humble. Know you're loved. Okay, be humble is we don't know it all. We might think they should just do this, just do that, but we don't know. The universe knows better. The universe is slowing things down here. Making sure that we've got a lot of clarity before we move forward because of this. Got yourself to great heights, right? Got your energy to great heights. You've been healing yourself. You've been loving yourself. How we proceed from here, it's got to be carefully considered. You don't do all of that for yourself and then just let anyone or anything into your life. It's got to be careful consideration here. It's going to last a long time. So that's why the be humble thing is we don't know it all. We can't say they should just do this. They should just open up and tell us, and it's not necessarily true. Not necessarily so. Let's get some of these out. The love story. Flirt. Not right now. Not right now. It was weird because he was awkward in front of his daughter and me. And it was like that. It's like he was trying to impress his daughter about us, is what it was like. You can tell when you're training with someone, and pretty much everyone does that. I do it, the trainers do it. When we're training and there's an audience, suddenly people that are walking past, they stop and they watch. We lift our game, kind of thing. The little show-offs inside of us come out. And he did that because his daughter was there yesterday. I wasn't expecting that. Memories. This card keeps on coming out. Why? I need to read it because I keep on seeing that card keeps on coming out of this deck. Hang on. I'll be right back. I just need to get that box. It's right here. Memories. 29. Memories. Someone has the past on their brain, or maybe wanting to create new ones together. A past memories surfacing. Yes, about my daughter. Be honest and open to discuss them. Painful memories can be hard to get over, even if we've healed from them. Sometimes old memories can emerge that we thought we forgot about. Huh? On the upside, reminiscing on happy memories is a good way to connect with our partner or to discuss future memories that you may want to create together. Make the effort to create meaningful memories you can always look back on. Find ways to capture them and keep them alive. Memories. Okay. Happy memories of the past, history, the past, building up future memories. Right, okay, I get why it's coming out now. Because you know how they've got to get the head clear here. We all need to do that, in fact. We're letting stuff go from the past at a deeper level. And it's good memories and bad memories are coming up now for us to leave it behind, for us to get clear on that. You know how when we're married and then we divorce and then we need to focus on the negatives in that to justify the divorce and stuff like that, and to not get into the same trouble again. We need to focus on the negative. Well, there comes a point when we need to focus on the positive sides of it. As much as our ego doesn't want us to go there, we want to make them all wrong, like the relationship was all wrong, but it wasn't. So both people here could be going through that at the moment. The good memories, Thanks, Sharon. Oh, security, that's sweet. Security. Yeah, it's like that Lover's card with the home as well. It's a sure thing. Like some of you, you've already met them. Some of you headed towards them and you don't realize it. Some of you are doing these things like without the awareness of each other. Some of us are doing it. And then open up. Patience came up after that. But then opening up. So it's kind of happened when someone feels secure because they've got the head straight about it. Got things to do about memories. Memories could be tying... Put them back in there. Memories could be tying you into the past and could also be tying someone else into the past as well. Once the heart feels secure, then they can open up. Then kind of the doorway is going to be revealed there. Nice. Okay, let's get to these minis then. Nikki, high self-guidance on my business idea of putting my artwork on products and selling through online shops. Good move. I like the idea of it. Yes? Good move. Tell us more. Move up cards. Yes, do it. Take the risk. That's a great card to get out first. Take the risk. Do it. Touch. Do it small first. Try it out. Do it a little bit. Yeah. Nice. People as well. That's what I was getting. Try it a little bit. And I heard like through someone else. Through someone else. I don't know. Maybe you've got a friend that works online or something like that, and you could do it through them. Just try it out. Someone else's shop first, that kind of thing. Someone's going to support you in that. It's going to be good. Of course, it's never about the money. It's not even about what we're doing. It's about our own growth, right? And I feel like getting support from other people in it and letting it unfold that way, it's going to be really good for you. So yes, do it. Do it, Nikki. Jessica, thanks for your donation. How's the guy I'm connecting to feel about me right now? How does Jessica's guy feel? Rest and play. Yes. This, not really all in on it. Not really. This is a little bit playerish. Not really playerish, but not eager. It's not eager to get involved. I think because of this, romance and expansion, it's like, you know, when you're not ready for a relationship, you don't really want to get into a relationship. Two people show up. One's a player, another one is like kind of serious and really likes you. You're more likely to go for the player because the one that's kind of serious about you and really likes you, it's going to be trouble. That's the energy that I'm getting from this. If they go for it, then there's going to be expansion. It's going to be big. So right now, they're not so sure. That's how they're feeling right now. They're not so sure. They're just giving it a rest. They're just being easy about it while they're making the decision. Because, yeah, it might appear to them to be a little bit more than what they're wanting at the moment. That's a good way to put it, Claire. Cheryl, higher self-guidance. Higher self-guidance for Cheryl. Oh, wow. 2 letting go cards. Let go and flow and surrender. 2 letting go cards. Let it go. Let it go. A bit hot. Let it go. Not getting anything else from that, so let's get some more cards out. Oh no, 3 cards of letting go. Cleanse. I don't think there's any more letting go cards in this bag. Let go, flow, surrender, and cleanse. Meditate. What does she need to let go of? Meditate on it. No, give us more than that. Your higher self is not telling me. Like, usually I pick the cards out and I get a lot of information and I tell you all. They're being out. Like it's a big secret. Oh, that's why. That's why. Because there's something that you don't want to say. Okay. There's something that's popping up in your mind. Someone that's popping up in your mind lately. You don't want to think about them. You're not admitting it to anyone. You're not even admitting it to yourself. It's like, I don't want to think about that person. What am I doing? You put it into the back of your mind. Pops up in your mind again. You know, I don't want to think about that person. You know, like me months ago when I got my ex-husband stuff. Oh, that makes more sense now, doesn't it? Remember, months ago, when suddenly I had a dream about my ex-husband, and I kept on having dreams about him. I'm like, why now? Been broken up for like 21 years. More. Yeah, it makes sense now, looking back. That must have been quite a few months ago. Yeah. But, yeah, there's someone popping up in your mind. You're not going to reach out to them, no way. You don't even want to think about them. But there's some letting go to do here, cleansing to do. Reach out and refocus so you can actually go there in your mind. You don't have to do it, right? You don't have to reach out to that person or tell anyone else about them. But it might be good to do it in your mind, to focus on that, on reaching out, on like imagining it, like what would I want to say to them now? I do feel like you need to go there again. You know, often if there's been someone that's really hurt us, we don't ever want to go there again, but we do. Like we do need to revisit. Like, as much as like law of attraction teachers say you don't need to do that, we do, to heal and let go properly. We need to go back there. And if we can imagine like approaching them again and not sorting it out, we're telling them what we needed to tell them, especially if they hurt us and we never expressed that to them. Could be something like that. So you might need to imagine reaching out to them. Could just be that a lot of anger needs to come out. Could be that. Yeah, it very well could be that. The anger needs to come out. I've been experiencing that lately. I'm angry with my ex-husband. Quite right. I never fought him on it. Now I would. If he showed up, he did so many wrong things. Me and the children. I'm angry about it. I'm clear on that now, and I wouldn't hold it back to be nice to him. I was way too nice to him. His behavior was bad, and I was nice to him. That is not taking care of my inner child. That is not taking care of my own feelings. That is not advocating for myself. I wouldn't do that again, for sure. So you need to go there, Cheryl, in your mind. That's interesting. So it was you that didn't want to face that. That's why your higher self didn't want to tell me. It was you that didn't want to tell me. Arabella, thank you. Higher self guidance for you. I got everyone, didn't I? I think I did. Nice. Arabella, have a good time and success. Yes. When we're doing what we love in the way that we love to do it. Success. And why is that? Why do we get success then? Why do we get love then? Well, it's because we're loving ourselves. That's when we allow ourselves to do what we really love, and we allow ourselves to have a good time. We reach a certain level of being healed, and it's no longer about the healing and trying to clear away the shit anymore. It's more about adding great stuff to our lives. That's when you allow yourself to have a good time, and that's why success and love and everything comes along with it. Abundance too. Nice. So it seems that you're reaching this. Oh. But there's this. Let go of the past and criticism. You know, a lot of people like me, but there's a certain group of people that don't like me. And they've all got one thing in common, those people that don't like me. Not that I have to be liked by anyone at all, but I've noticed this, that there's just one thing in common with the people that don't like me. They're jealous. Every single one of them. And that's not just me making up an excuse. Like I can pinpoint why they're jealous, you know, or what incident or what they saw in me that piqued their jealousy or whatever. Just thinking about the people here on the island. So let go of the past and criticism, people that have been critical of you. So there is an element of you holding yourself back here, of not allowing yourself to do what it is that you really want, to have a really good time and to have that success because of criticism. But they're just jealous. And they were just jealous. Is there anything else? I mean, we trigger people, don't we? I mean, because there's no reason to not like me. I can't think of a good reason to not like me. Pretty easygoing. But yeah, there's just a handful of people that don't. And I'm feeling the same thing for you here as well, is that you need to let go of that now. Not make it your problem anymore. Of the people that have criticized you. Don't let them hold you back anymore in their opinions. Petunia, thank you. Is January filled with spicy dating life for you? Making a big move and starting fresh. Cool. Spicy dating life. Well, let's ask, is it the right decision, this big move? Let's ask that first. No. Move, no. I'll get details about this. Is January filled with spicy dating life? No. Double no. What the hell? What the hell, Petunia's higher self? Tell us about this then. Wake up and who is aware? Ooh. Now. Okay, I'm getting this quite clearly. It is the right decision in a way, but the way that you're asking it, is it the right decision? Am I going to get good stuff from this? Your higher self is like, no, you're going to get what you need from it. You're going to get what you need, not what you want from it. We don't want to hear that, do we? But it's true. So you're going to get a wake-up call by it. Oh, no, this isn't good news, but it kind of is. It is good. It's not like your higher self isn't against you at all. But this is saying, do you really want what you're asking for? You sure you really want what you're asking for? Like, be careful what you're wishing for, is what this is. Anyway, you've got like wake up calls. So help a girl out then. Help her out. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Here it is. Right. It's a distraction. This move that you're making is a distraction. And it is because in the past you had an idea that was fully aligned with your path forward. But that idea seemed to be out of your league, beyond you, because it was, like beyond your current self or beyond your past self when you had it. But it was for you to pursue. Nonetheless, can't get instant satisfaction or instant rewards here. There's no shortcuts. You still had to pursue that idea. So it seems that you didn't pursue that idea, or maybe you pursued that idea a little bit and there wasn't instant rewards from it, and so you decided to give up on it. And now you're kind of trying to manifest distractions from it. It's like, well, I could do this big hard thing here, or I could just try and manifest a spicy love life and some fun over here. And your higher self goes, nah. It goes, red crystal, no. Maybe well, you can try, but you're going to get wake-up calls from it. You have to get back to that idea. You have to do it. There's no getting away from it. You're going to be brought back to it anyway. You're going to be brought back. But nice try, Petunia, says your higher self. That's funny. Anyone else for a mini read? Anyone else got any more questions? We're going through tricky times at the moment with these energies. These on the table here. Yet again, it's another reading about why we're waiting. But this is good. There's a bit of action going on here in this triggering of each other. Not triggering of each other, more pushing each other's boundaries. Noob. Pushing each other's boundaries, and that's a good thing, and having our limitations expanded. And it's not just them, it's us too. You know, as much as in my personal situation, I'm a hell yes with him, and I am, it's when it comes down to it, when it gets a bit more real, when like meeting the children and stuff, it's like, okay, the reality of it, not just the fantasy of it, but the reality of it hits home. It's like, this is going to take work. This is going to take work. And I think, I think that's what this is all about as well, is getting clarity on that. Another question, Arabella. A lot of passion. I just wish I could skip ahead to the passion bit, but I don't really. Like, I don't really. I know that that's going to cause a lot of trouble if we do that. Good thing is stronger than me in that respect. But we've got to focus on this. We've had personal victories here, and we don't want to give that up just for anything. We've got to keep climbing till we reach that summit. And it will be a climb. There's more work to do. It is getting easier. I said in my mind, is it ever going to get easier? And I was told it is getting easier. Okay, it's getting easier. Yeah, it is. It's getting easier. God, if I look back in my life has been terrible. It's been really hard. Really hard, like a lot of hard work, a lot of healing, a lot of feeling really bad about myself, and it's getting so much easier. Is Estelin speaking the truth with me? What he truly wants? Meeting my youngest and wanting a future. Oh. His ex was there. What the hell's going on there, Arabella? Should Arabella just move on and let go? No. That's a no to moving on and letting go. Okay, tell us why the ex is there then. Okay, be okay about it. The ex being there. Natural part of the cycle. Probably just letting go. Huh. Wait a minute. I'm still focused on the ex here. No, there's something still going on with them. Right? So, was he telling the truth? Meeting youngest, wanting a future. This is going to be a yes, I know it. Yes. Yes. This and that exist at the same time. It's not the opposite. So what's all that about then? Wanting a future? Questioning himself on it. On track to that, but questioning himself about it. There's always the temptation to go backwards. But it's about his thoughts. So he wasn't lying, but it's complicated in his head right now. There's a temptation to go backward. So he wasn't lying, and he's on track to that, but his head will go backwards from time to time. It's good to know that, so you need to take this really slowly, really slowly. Be firmer and be supportive. So you need to support yourself in this. I would turn away right now. I would turn away right now. That's being supportive to yourself, right? And so, yeah, X is involved still. So it's not move on and let go, but you need to, if someone isn't giving you the behavior that you deserve or that you want from them, then absolutely turn away from them. But you don't bolt the door and burn the bridge and all of that, But definitely turn away from someone if they're not giving you, if they're not respecting you or whatever, then turn away and let them approach you again with the next offer, when they are ready for it. So this is someone that's not ready. Llewllyn is not ready. So support yourself in this. Don't judge in every moment rather than judging him. Do you know what I mean? It's like respond to how he's being in the moment. Now, if all of those red flags line up, then is the time to turn away and move on. But saying that I want to meet your children, I want a future, isn't necessarily saying I'm ready for that right now. I'm here for it right now. Let's do this. You know, that stage you get to when you're ready to invest is not there yet. He's on the path to that, but he's not there yet. So don't commit too soon and don't expect commitment too soon here. Just support yourself in responding to however they're being in the moment. Distance himself, then come back around. You get scared of getting hurt. Yeah, don't commit right now. Yeah, so it's open, close, open, close. Yeah, you just need to judge it on how he's being in the moment and support yourself in that. Another way of saying it is come to me right, or you know, if he's to say that again, wants to meet your youngest, wants a future and all of that, and say, okay, well, once you're ready, approach me again. See ya. Good luck getting there. It's that kind of thing. It's not committing too soon, so don't tie you. Yeah, you to support yourself, you don't commit too soon. Otherwise, you're on an emotional roller coaster because it's not ready yet. Yeah. So you need to get this sorted out in your head of what they're saying and what they're doing. What they're saying they're gonna do, what they want. That's very good, but that's not the same as saying that they're ready for it right now. And so if someone isn't investing right now, don't commit to them. I know it's hard not to do that because our heart commits, doesn't it, fast, but you've got to sort that out in your head of you deserve someone who shows up and commits to it. Yes, they're on the path to that, but they're not there yet, and that's got to be okay with you. It's got to be okay with you. And keep your options open too. I mean, someone else. If you're like sure of that, someone's got to show up, right? You know what you deserve, like this. You've got yourself to a certain point. You're not going to let just anyone in with any kind of behaviour. And you'd love it to be them. You'd love it to be Aston, wouldn't you? But let's see if he's going to get there. Have a mindset like that instead of, because, you know, really knowing your worth and what you deserve. Rather than, I wish they were ready right now. Ouch, they're not ready right now. Tricky to do, but that's the best way of approaching it. And they do. Like they step up. Someone will anyway. Mine is. I'm very particular about what I want now, and he's stepping up. He's impressing me. In fact, I didn't even need him to like be at the level that he's at, but he's going there. He's sure about it. He's doing it righter than right, you know, traditional, worse than traditional, Thai traditional. Like they take it to an extreme. So there you go. Thanks everyone for coming along. Let's do this all over again on Friday. The weeks fly by. This year has flown by. Oh my God. Can you believe the date it is? So have a good day or night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for all of your donations and your company.